What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Poolside Chat. My name is Todd, and I've got yet another amateur pool match to review with you. Today, we're going back to APA 8-ball. This time, I'm going to be playing Charlie. Charlie is a 4, and me being a 7, that is a 5-2 race. So this is going to be a little trickier. He's a good enough shot. He moved up from a 3 to a 4 not too long ago, but he's a good enough shot. But I got to put my focus face on because I can't even give him one. One's a point. Got to hold him down. Let's cross our fingers and see what happens, though. As you can see, I lost the flip. Charlie's breaking. Time to get after it. So it's good to be back playing some APA. The last couple videos I've been doing some of my, I had a 9-ball tournament and a scotch doubles. I think they were fun, but let's get back into the norm. So Charlie breaks, and unfortunately, came up dry. Had a couple balls rattled. Things wanted to go, but nothing went. So let's see what I do here. I mean, solids make more sense. You just need to figure out a way to get the 6-ball open. Everything else, for the most part, has a home. Just don't really have a great starting point. Don't get me wrong, you can hike up, do a little 7-3 combo. Unfortunately, I hit that 10 times too hard. I need to control that a little bit better because that's not where you want it after your first shot. Because, I mean, this is just hope and a prayer. Just try to get a good shot, leave the cue ball long, and unfortunately, scratched. But I took solids and, in a roundabout way, opened up the 6-ball. So, winner, winner. So Charlie is stripes. He's got to figure out that 14. Now that I see my 2 balls tied up. So I'll have to figure that out at some point. Let's hope for a ball in hand so I can make it a little easier. He is spend his time thinking about this one. Personally, I think I would at least look at that 11-12 to try to open him up. If the 12 goes in the side, I would go ahead and shoot that with the right angle and top English to fire straight at the 2, crash that open, and then if you don't have a good shot on the 14, you've got some extra balls you can, depending on where you leave, you could have the 15, you could have the 11, you've got something to at least look at. The last thing you want to do is just take the one ball that's, for the most part, kind of out in the open that you can get to from a majority of the table. So not a great starting point, but he's still at the table. So let's see what he's got. He's got kind of a drop stroke. I mean, he's a fairly tall guy. He probably just needs to kind of pull his hand back a little bit because you can see he's stretched right here, so it's kind of hard to judge that. You saw he also gripped that really hard because when he stroked, he lifted up. Kind of reminds me of a Julian couple of matches I commentated a while back. So going for the bank. Hit it way too thick, but almost got lucky with the carom. Unfortunately, tied the 11 up, so now he's got 2 balls, and my 2's not open yet. But we're going to see if banks are open. And fired it in the hole. So this is a tricky spot. I'm going to go ahead and at least try to bank the 2 here. Oh, but look at this 2-way. Yeah, little twist of the head on that one. Hit it way too thin because it just went straight up and down, but I had to control and get the cue ball out of the way so at least the 2 gets open, which for the most part I did. But now his, what was that, the 13 there is still making my 6 a little bit of work. The good news is I left him in a rough spot. He can't just see it direct, so he's got to go rail first. Not a super tough shot, I don't think, from where he's at. Just got to get somewhat close to the right area. And drills it. Oh, that's some bad luck right there. You did not want to disturb the 12. So yeah, his best option here is go ahead and shoot at the 12. I would hit this with a rolling ball so it just crashes into the 14, kind of opens things up just a little more. But instead, he went for the thinner shot. But you see the result, because it was so thin, the cue ball is naturally going to roll out. And hypothetically, if that ball goes, he's still left himself with really nothing. So should have just went ahead and took the slightly easier shot, but I think I'm just playing it safe here. Yeah. I think I was trying to get a little bit on the left side of the one. I hit a little bit to the right. So I was trying to get it where he couldn't even see the 12, but it's long. He's on the rail. Let's see what he can do. And he got behind it. Oh, tried to scratch. So here's where I'm getting aggressive by firing at that 7. I should. There we go. Just play a nice safe off that 4 because I've got the 2 and the 8 as blocker balls. There we go. That was a smarter move. Firing at that 7 would have been ultra aggressive, and for where the excuse me, where the next ball was, it was going to be real tough to get any kind of shape. So I'm kind of glad I left those alone. Just played smart. Atta boy, Todd. You could see the edge. Ooh, tried to get a little APA love. All right. So now it's a little bit more comfortable. So now I can just straight. Well, it looks like I'm drawing, and I did not draw enough. I was trying to pull back for that 4, and yep, you didn't do it. So now I got to try the thinner shot on the 1. I should have just rolled forward on that 7 and go ahead and then take the 2 in the side, and then come back for that 1-4. That wasn't quite the right pattern, but you know, tend to get a little bit of tunnel vision, So I took the 1 there because I mean at that point I had no other choice, and now I'm playing recovery shot and underdid it. Terrible pattern, Todd. You missed that because of your pattern. So this is really just where Charlie needs to put a little bit of draw on that 12 just to pull back a diamond. You're not trying to rip it, but just pull it back a little bit so that way it gives you that 14. Oh, yeah. Well, hello, baby spider. Sorry, little guy. Yeah, he put a little bit more stank on that, and I don't know if he chicken winged or what, but he rattled it. So now I just got to take my time and just pot the balls. Not terrible. At least I'm on the correct side to naturally roll that way. Just need a little harder. Little harder. I think I'm trying to bank this one. No. Gonna play it safe. And that's actually a really good one. I didn't think about that in post production, in commentary. That was a good save. It was good speed because it at least took out that easier side pocket shot and left him closer to the 14 and make him really either work to shoot it in the side, which is very thin on a diamond, or thin cut and try to take it all the way up and get wild with it. And that's not a bad play. Not a bad play. But you also notice, like I said, he's good try. He's a 4, so he only needs 2. So right out of the gate, my mentality is not run over him. Don't try to just run out every rack. Play smart and play some safes. Get in his head early to let him know that I'm here to win, not just run out. And this, as most of you players know, this game is very mental. So the only problem is, look at that. Just barely missed the cut. Beautiful shape on the 8. Just missed. And now he's got multiple ways he can get out here. So I did fast forward this part because the TV timeouts here tend to take a little bit of time. And I did title this "Did You Duck Me?" because the guy with the beard there, he's our division rep. He's actually a 6. He's not a bad shot by any means. He just doesn't like playing 7s. So he'll throw off on us almost every time. It's kind of a weird cherry pick because he will still play some 5s. He'll play some stronger players, some 5s and 6s, but he just doesn't want to play 7s. So be it. And that's why I'm playing a 4 right now. So they had a plan. I think he just way overshot the first one and got a little out of shape. So I just need to cut this to the corner. Ooh, come on back, come on back, come on back. More. There we go. That was a good shot. And I know I've said this every video, but I've played with Charlie for a ton of years. I've known him forever. And, I mean, like I said, his captain is a division rep for APA. I'm not going to screw him over. We're good with just calling pockets. But I am on the board, 1-0. Let's get it. Can't help but notice my beautiful girlfriend playing on the other table, especially in high-speed mode, just shooting lightning quick. If I remember correct, she's a 5. That guy over there is a 6. But man, he shoots wild. Anyway, back to my match. Oh, not a bad break. I mean, that is pretty darn good. Only to get Karam in the side. So Charlie is back up. All right, so APA 8 ball, got to shoot in the kitchen. If I remember correctly, actually, if you follow me on Facebook, which if you don't, you should, Poolside Chat, I got my own. Come on, Michelle. I have my own Facebook page over there. You should follow me because this screenshot right here, which let's be honest, I should be fast forwarding through right now, but I took this screenshot and wanted to start the conversation. So I gave it just like this: APA 8 ball, your opponent scratched, so you're in the kitchen. What do you shoot? Just kind of get people thinking about pattern before just going up and like, oh, I can make a stripe, boom, and then just start firing away at stripes or solids or whatever. Like, I'm trying to get people better at this game along with me, and no better way than figuring out a pattern from ball in hand. Now, I'm not saying necessarily you would always have to run the rack, but you at least want to choose which is the better option. So I think there's a little question here because when he put the ball down, I thought he was kind of looking at the 9. Now that I'm looking at it on video, he wasn't looking at that at all. He was shooting at the 3. And this match was probably 3 or 4 weeks ago at this point, so I don't exactly remember all the conversations. But anywho, he went ahead and took the 3 ball. And can't quite tell if he can see the 5, but I think for me, I'd be slow rolling that 1 into the side. That gives you the 2. Oh, yeah. See, he tried to sneak around that ball. Tried to sneak around the 4 to get the 5. Did himself no favors. He should have went ahead and took the 1 on the side, nice and easy. Go and take the 2 down, and then, depending on your leave, you either had the what was it, the 5 in the side, or you might have had the 4 all the way down, something like that. He had some other options. So one of my trouble balls is that, or not really trouble, but trickier leaves is the 11. So I went ahead and took out my duck right from the get-go just to get that off the table and be able to keep moving. And ew, Todd. Shot that straight into the point. First off, that was not a great cut. But then caused even more of a clump. I don't want it. Don't get me wrong, it kind of made his 5 ball a little tricky because now his 5 doesn't have a home. So he's got to figure that out. Oh, standing in the way, Charlie. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he must have scratched. All right. Ball in hand. Not a bad option. Yeah, if the 13 goes by, which it looks like it does, I can go ahead, shoot at it, which should break out the 12. Ooh, and I put draw to break out the 10 too. That is a pretty okay shot. Go ahead and slow roll it. Oh, you got to make it. I mean, you saw how much time I did not take. Oh boy, howdy. Not a great shot, but good leave. That is a good leave. Basically forcing him to take a combo, and that's not a real easy one because you're actually back cutting the 5 just a little bit. But you know what? He hit that. Fantastic. Good shot, Charlie. And perfect shape for the trickier of the balls. Oh, and he got behind it. Ah, Charlie. Kind of left me over a ball, so I still got to work for this first shot because I don't want to follow it. Obviously not in the pocket, but even with an angle, you don't want to follow it and get behind the 14. So I got to hike up over the 2 and drill. I was trying to stop it. Kind of hard to aim when you're way up like this. So instead, now I'm left here. And if you follow me on Facebook, this is another screenshot where I was talking about my own self, saying, okay, your stripes, what do you do here? And shockingly, more people actually came up with the same idea that I had. So it makes me happy. And I was not trying to make that. I was trying to get exactly that, where the 9 ball gets out just a little bit and hooks them. Oh, just barely missed that. And now we come up to my third screenshot that I posted on Facebook. This was for the lower handicaps, the 2s and the 3s. Figuring ball in hand, how do you get out on stripes? I had quite a few patterns on this video that I was like, I can do something on Facebook and really get some people talking about it. So, like I said, I'm just trying to get you guys better, get you guys thinking. Well, as long as I don't shank this should be up 2-0. And I did not. I got lucky. Because let's be honest, he should have been out. He just undercut that 2 ball. Got behind it when it was already on the rail. So 2-0. Not quite an even race, but it's closing the gap. Can't let off yet. Can't let off. But yeah, I'm over there just gabbing away with Derek, the Captain. Ooh, cue ball got a little wild, didn't it? But boy, howdy, I'm not gonna lie, that is a absolutely gorgeous break. I mean, beautiful break. Made one of each, but stripes are just nothing short of lovely. And honestly, at that point, you could take the 12 or the 10, come back for the other one. I'm perfectly okay with either of that. Wow, did I rush that? Oh my, yeah, that was terrible. Wide open table, zero reasons why I should not have just completely run that out. That should have been a break and run, guys. I don't know why. I mean, it's so easy. I just shot too fast and clearly too hard because my shape is terrible. I'd be long stretching as a short guy, long stretching over the 8 to make the 11, trying to leave shape. Like, stupid. Absolutely stupid. Ooh, don't roll too far. Tried to get a little too far. Ah, that rack should have haunted me because that was. Uh, there's no reason I shouldn't have been out. So he way overhit that one, way harder than he intended. He was just trying to stop it, but when you hit it that hard with at an angle, it's going any which way but straight. So, and he is making himself work far harder than he needs to. Tried to get the bank, not a bad shot, just way overcut it. Got a little too thin, threw it to the side rail. So I'm going to start with the quote unquote hardest of the group. Get that one out. Make sure no one's behind me. Basically do the exact same thing. Just make it, get out center of the table. Holy cow, that ball rolled off, didn't it? That should have been about a ball further up table, but whatever. Hold on. Timeout. Short guy problems. Gotta grab my moose head, put it on the brake cue. All right. Resume standard transmission. Here we go. Low English. Great poking. Great little poke stroke, wasn't it? I don't know why I was trying to straight draw that. I should just cut it in with some low right. Cut it to the left, that is. Low right. Just spin it 2 rails back out for shape. I think I can see through the gap and still see the 14, but let's be honest, the leave is going to... Oh, okay. I was trying to bank it. Yeah, but look at that. Terrible shape. So I'm up 2-0, and I'm still not in stroke, let's be honest. I am shooting not too great. And if I remember correct, I haven't played a safe yet this rack. Getting way too many innings. I think Charlie's now needing a bridge. Interesting that he would immediately consider going for that 2 ball instead of the 3. Ooh, got a little thick with that one. Okay. What to do? So I'm going to have to try to cut this with as much top, but just maybe even a slight twist of right, just to get that to come back down as straight as humanly possible, and way too hard. Boy, howdy. The one place you don't want to be. Yeah. Yeah, I know where you're supposed to be, Todd. That wasn't it. That was not it. So, yeah, this is not a great leave here. I mean, you got a one rail, whether you want to go to the side rail or the head rail. You're just trying to get a good hit it nice and full, and get the cue ball to get in as hard of a spot as possible. I mean, it's just, there's no science to it. That ain't too bad. That was not too bad. I will take the luck. Thank you, 7 ball, for holding it up and leaving him with the ugly shot. Ooh, got a little, got a little thicker than he wanted. Just hit, or a little straighter is really what I should say. So I got to ask him to move here for a split second. I'm going to try to cut this into the side, nice and thin, top left. Oh, I'm banking it. Okay. That was a tricky shot. Just a little too close, but fair enough. Guys, let's be honest. He should be out right here. This should be a pretty easy one. Oh. Ooh. If you haven't noticed yet, Charlie plays a lot of pool with the, okay, what ball can I make? Not, what ball do I make and leave for the next shot? Because just like this, all he had to do is pull back that 3 just a little bit, or even better, pull half table. I mean, 2 diamonds a draw when you're that close isn't that hard. If you overdo it, you underdo it just a little, you're fine. You've got some, margin of error, and then take the 2, leave himself the 7. But instead, he put himself in a spot where, oh, don't do that, don't do that. It did it. He put himself in a spot where he was just praying to leave me bad, I guess. I don't know, just he could see the edge and do nothing really with it. So there we go. I'm going to take the easy path, just give myself an angle, it's nice and easy, let it roll forward. Now it's a heads-up race. We're 28 minutes in. We're finally to a 2-2. Next point, next rack gets a point for the team. Let's get after it. So I'm having a weird session right now. I'm shooting some really, really good 8-ball. Not this particular match, but I am shooting some good 8-ball. And my 9-ball is struggling, which is funny because I prefer rotation in general. So I need to get back on that horse because it ain't great. Oh man, did you see that? Even that one, I was like, ooh. Only reason I dropped that A is because the cue ball got in the way and I almost made both. That would have sucked to put him on the hill off the break. Oh, glad that did not happen. So we're back to oh, how would you do it? Because he is ball in hand, or excuse me, in the kitchen. What you gonna do here? And I do agree, stripes look better, just slightly, not a whole lot, but just maybe the 4-ball. Just try to get shape on it. It's about the only kind of ball, but See, I'd give myself a little straighter shot so that way I can, as long as it goes straight. Okay, he had the right angle then. Because you want to go ahead and take this one here. I think that's a 12 ball. Looks like the 12. And I would draw back even 6 inches, just bring it back to the second diamond mark, because then you've got options. You can either take 13 down here in the corner, you can take the 11 up top. Give yourself as many options possible. Waiting for the, excuse me, wait for the other team so you can kind of do a little walk around. But instead, he's going to start with the 15. Not terrible move. If he just roll up, oh, slightly too hard. Because this isn't the ball you need to worry about getting shape on, but he's got enough angle. Maybe he can roll this up and then leave the 12. Okay, okay. I like it. Oh, gonna need the bridge again, so hang on a second. So I just hit this kind of center ball, maybe even put just a slight twist of left. Get it right back out, about a diamond or so out. Go ahead and, ooh, sit, sit, sit. Got close, but still good shape. Now you can just do a stop shot on the 11. Just stop it so you can take the 10 and the side. Ooh. Generous wide pockets. But he didn't scratch. But now he's got to work for this one a little bit. Because you can make the 9 easily. You got to control the cue so you can still see the 10. Beautiful. Good shot. And he's on the left side of the tangent line. So you've got some options. I would go ahead and stun to the side rail. I'd probably hit this fairly firm if there is enough angle. Looks like there's a good angle. I would hit this, just stun it to the side rail, bring it basically right back out to where it is. Or you could hit it maybe half that hard, just get to the side rail. Instead, he's going top and a bit of a love kiss off the 5. Got him on the right side. I think his only real option is take the 8 in the top right. But he's going to go ahead and talk to Derek. Just, if I cut down the top right, is this scratching? And the answer is possible. You hit that soft as a rolling ball, you're going to be getting in real close, but just put a little low, nice confident stroke on it, draw right to the side rail, no problem. And to see if he gets on the hill. Oh, just a little thick. He didn't really take his time on that one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take the 4 because, well, makes sense. Just nice and easy. Roll it right back out. Double check your line. I go ahead and take the 7 here. Little light. But it looks like I've got an angle, so I can just draw back out, kind of middle table, just a hair. That way, when I make this 2, stun over for the, excuse me, make the 1, stun over for the 2. Good little pattern here. Just come off the rail. Beautiful. All right, guys. As long as nothing stupid happens, I might be on the hill here. Might be on the hill. There we go. There we go. I'm on the hill. All right. Now would be a great time for a break and run. You know, you only dogged that one earlier, but let's roll that one off and let's get after this. Let's get it going. Go talk to my team about something right quick. We are back. Second ball break. I've toned down the amount of spin now that I got rid of my BK Rush shaft, and now I'm using a brand called Wheat State, who is the same shaft that I use for my shooting cue now. Love this shaft. Plays with almost no deflection. It's beautiful. Can't be happier. But the break cue seems to hit quite a bit different than the BK Rush. No surprise. But I used to use like almost 2 full tips of left and then just like a half a tip of low. Now I've brought that in where I'm 3/4, maybe 1 tip of left and just a hair of low. So I've toned it back in, and it's given me, I'm getting the results that I was getting with my other shaft. So anyway, looks like I made a solid, left myself a whole bunch of nothing. So I played a nice little ticky-tack save, just barely tapped that 5 ball, and put him in a bad spot. And on top of that, I'm going to go ahead and coach Allie over there. My teammate, she is a 2-2, and I think she might be a 3 in 8-ball now, but I'm coaching her on how to carom off the 1 to make the 9. Let's see if she gets it back on that other table. Let's get this, Allie. Come on. Ooh, nice and soft. And just hit the 1 ball. Nice shot, Allie. Good shot. All right. Back to the match at hand. Didn't have a shot on the 2. So I figured if I could slow roll it to the side, I was trying to get the cue ball to roll. I hit this probably 10, 20% too hard. I was trying to get the cue ball to roll up and freeze behind or in between that 15-8, really leave him a whole lot of nothing. I did not do that. Ended up bumping it. Left him his, I think that was the 11 ball. And if the 15 goes all the way to the corner, you have to take that now because, I mean, there's no real other shot for it. And I would probably still, it kind of depends on the angle. Yeah, I probably would have drew back to give myself the 12, but either way. Now I've got some work ahead of me here because I don't want to try that 2-1 combo. So I got to take the 5, and get a decent shape here. And I don't really like that. I don't think I got the shape I want. Ooh, if I can see that 7, that would be very nice. Ah, I could. I'll take that. Oh wait, still recovery shot. This game's hard, guys. That's all I know. I don't think I was trying to carom the 1. I think I was just trying to kick off that side rail and back cut the 2. I just missed it. Just missed the ball entirely. Gave ball in hand. Trying to hold him back, guys. A 3-0 is a lot better than a 2-1. Yep, see, he's taking the ball out in the open when in reality, let's go ahead and pause this right quick. With ball in hand, you obviously have the trouble ball with the 9. You've got a couple options to get it open. You could come off the 13, which is going to fire the cue ball right at it. For me, I would be taking that 14 into that, what would be the top side, the right side from here, give myself an angle and fire the cue ball directly into that 6 or between the 6-9 and try to open it up that way. From there, you don't really have to worry about your leave because if you look at it, cue ball is going to end up over there. You're not trying to crush this like break speed, so that you're just trying to hit it, nudge it open by a couple inches or, call it 6-8 inches at most. From there, depending on your cue ball leave, you either have the 9, you've got the 10 here on the side, the 12, or the 15 down here in the low corner. It opens you up completely for damn near everything. So the 12 ball is not the ball I would be shooting right here. You really want to work right out of the gate, get your breakouts done early, and now with everything open, you're ready to rock. The 8 ball is still a little bit tricky, only because I'm not sure if you've got enough angle. If you got back down here, if you can just cut that in the side, it looks like it's pretty thin, but I think it goes. So if it doesn't go, if you don't like that cut, go ahead and take that out of the elimination and add even a little more angle on the 14 to where it just caroms off that left side of the 8, bounce the 8 out, and then the cue ball goes into that 9-6, and now you're wide open for everything. And it's just playing tic-tac-toe. Not saying Charlie feels confident in his shot enough to do that, but if you were, that is absolutely the way to get out and call this rack done. Get yourself a point, but it's tricky. I'm not saying it's a gimme, but at least that gives you the best fighting chance at it. So, soapbox. I'll get off my soapbox now. So at least he is starting with the 14. But you look at him, he's doing a little stop shot. Left himself nothing. Like, he got rid of one of his potential breakout balls, and again, for what? Like, what was your goal here? So, oh, Todd, you should not be shooting this. What are you doing? Let's take a timeout. I would not be shooting this combo if you don't have a back cut on the 2 that would give you the right angle to bounce open the 6. Then I would be hitting that 2 pretty square, straight into the rail, hit that with a little top left, delicate enough shot to where let the cue ball hit the rail, spin over, and just get that cue ball behind that 9 ball. Force his hand into nothing and open stuff up. Instead, I'm going to go for a very low percentage shot. Do not recommend. 1 star. Do not do this at home, kids. That was stupid. All around stupid. Plus, I think he gave him the easy ball there. So with his skill, yeah, go ahead and shoot the 15, excuse me. Put a little top, roll it forward. Ooh, you gotta make it. So you can at least tell I am in his head. Whether it's the fact he's just down 4-0 to a 7, whether it's those safes right out of the gate that really kind of made his life, whatever it is, he has little to no confidence in his shot. He's not shooting great. So that works in my advantage. Problem is, I shot at the 1 ball I thought could go, left a whole lot of nothing. Did not leave myself great. End up tying his 9 ball up to my 2. Now I've got more work to do. Unless he makes my life harder. And he sure tried to. If he hits that harder, he might be able to bump the 9 open and then leave himself either the 13 or something else to work with, but not so much. So just curious, out of the guys that are still watching this, how many of you guys look at the other table when there's, Charlie's just sitting here thinking, you guys look at the other table, just kind of, oh, what are they doing over there? Because this is APA Double Jeopardy, so we're playing 8 ball over here, 9 ball on the far table. So it's pretty easy to follow along. Like, oh, they're shooting at the 2 right now or whatever. Just curious if you guys kind of watch both or what you do. Yeah, I tried a little safe where I shoot the one, make his 15, leave the one ball as a duck, and I miss it entirely. I think if I remember correctly, yeah. I fast forward for another timeout, let Derek come back over. What do I do? What do I do? Smart move is leave the 15 duck unless you're going to go ahead and run out. So from here, I go ahead and cut that 13 into the side. Top English is a smooth rolling ball. Don't crush it. That's why. Don't crush it. Let the top English roll and bump into the 9, that 9-6, roll it open. Instead, he hit that real firm. So cue ball is going to come off at a 90-degree when it's sliding like that. You missed the entire breakout. So as a 4, you wasted your only timeout and to no avail. No advantage. All right. I should have been fast forwarding this part too. What to do, what to do. He doesn't want to take his duck, and truthfully, I don't blame him because it's not like he's got a great run. Now, if he could end up on this side where you can fire that 12 ball into the 2, crash that open, 12 drops on the side, he could have some options. But he got a hold of that one. Okay. Made it. But looks like from here the 6 is blocking that 9 ball as running down the rail. So his only real option is to go for the bank, which is a low percentage shot. And on top of that, if you miss, you're opening me up. Don't want to do that. Got wide with it. Where you going, 9 ball? Now the thing about it, I think I remember this shot. Because the 9 is out of the pocket enough that I could shoot the combo, but I don't. I'm going to go for the 3. Might have stroked it a little hard, but I at least ended pretty close to where I wanted. So I'm going to play nice little safe. Leave him close enough to the 2 that it doesn't really go anywhere. You can't see the 9. And then on top of that, the 6 ball got in the way. So I put him in a bad spot knowing I'm on the hill. He's trying to get this point, and he's out of timeouts. Tried to spin it, and in the worst scenario, actually, you know what? If I remember correct from here, this is what I think. The 2 ball does not go because I think I'm pretty sure I play another safe. Oh, TV timeout. I should have fast forwarded this one. But if I remember correct, I do play another safe because the 2 ball doesn't go extremely easy. Or possibly I need a breakout ball to get the 8 ball open, like get it off the rail a little bit. No, and looking at this, if the 2 ball does go easy, straight top English, crash into the 8, pop it off the rail enough, and then go for the 6 or the 1, be good. But instead, yep, it did not go. So I built myself a wall. If I remember correct, he said so like, you're just mean. Which, to a pool player, that's a compliment. It is to me, at least. That means job well done. Because we are playing chess here, guys. We're not playing checkers. Oh, good try. Good try. Ball in hand. Now the 2 ball goes. Give myself a little angle so I can hit this straight top, crash into the 8, open it up beautifully. Now the 8 ball's a duck. I've got 2 other balls. Super easy, just natural roll. Make the 6. As long as you don't get stupid with the speed. Definitely left myself a little longer than I wanted, but doesn't really matter when you got a duck. Just get the cue ball anywhere somewhat mid-table. And I think that'll do, guys. And there we go. 5-0. That's a 3-0. What'd you guys think? Not a bad play. 24 innings seems like a lot, but don't get me wrong, I definitely had a lot more misses than I probably should have. A lot of dumb shots, but I played a lot of safes. Like I said, when you're playing somebody that only needs 2 and you know they can make some balls, got to get in their head early, do it quick, and don't get me wrong, a break and run right out of the gate would be nice. Doesn't always happen depending on your break, so go into safe mode. Get in their head, play the mental game. That's a fun part of this game for me. If I can't run out, I wanna take you off your game. So anyway, as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for following. I'm noticing my subscriber list is starting to increase pretty quickly. Thank you to all of you. If this is your first time watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Poolside Chat with Todd. And as always, thank you. I'll see you on the next one.